Hi everyone, welcome back to English classes with Radhika. Today we are going to learn some terms in phonetics, two terms in phonetics such as elision and assimilation. And do you know what is meant by elision and assimilation? In the study of phonetics, elision refers to the omission or deletion of sounds in speech, while assimilation involves sounds adapting to neighboring sounds. Okay, so what's meant by elision? Elision means that is during the conversation, certain words or certain letters are being omitted, certain sounds are being omitted. That is, cannot will become can't. Okay, and this phenomenon is known as elision. And what is that? Assimilation. Due to the influence of the neighboring sounds, some sounds will be changed into another sounds. So such a phenomena is known as such a phenomenon is known as assimilation in phonetics. Now let's see the definition of elision. What is meant by elision? Elision is the process of omitting sounds, either consonants or vowels, in spoken language. In certain situations, certain sounds, whether it may be a consonant sound or vowel sound, those sounds are being omitted. And this phenomenon is known as elision. Two types of elisions are there. The first one is consonant elision and the second one is vowel elision. Consonant elision, as the name suggests, consonant elision is the omission of a consonant sound. For example, going instead of going, going. That is why conversation the natives used to say as going, I'm going to, instead of going to. Ng, n, okay, is replaced by ng. Sorry, ng is replaced by n. And the second one is vowel elision. And vowel elision, as the name suggests, the vowel elision is the elision of the vowel sound. For example, we used to say as camera instead of camera. Okay, a is being eliminated, okay, or omitted in the pronunciation of camera, and we do not pronounce it as camera, and instead we used to say it as camera. Okay, so this phenomenon or this kinds of activity is known as elision. Now let's see what's meant by assimilation in phonetics. There are two different varieties of assimilation. They are consonant assimilation and vowel assimilation. The first one is consonant assimilation. That is, some consonant sounds are being changed due to the influence of the neighboring sound. And for example, $10 is pronounced as $10. Okay, 10 n, there is a n will be changed into m. Okay, both are consonant sounds, that is why it is a consonant assimilation. And another instance of consonant assimilation is the plural form, dogs. Okay, we are not at all saying that dogs. Why? Because g is a voiced sound, and with the influence of g, we used to pronounce the sound s as z. Okay, instead of dogs, we used to pronounce it as dogs. Okay, this is the assimilation variety in consonant. There is a consonant assimilation variety. Then the next is vowel assimilation. Green apple will be pronounced as green apple. Okay, green apple. Okay, there is a green. E will be changed into green. E, E. Okay, E will be changed into E. That is E is replaced by E. So this is happening in the native speeches, that is vowel assimilation. And now let's explore some examples for elision and assimilation. That is while pronouncing the word cupboard, it is not cupboard, and while we are writing it as cupboard, but we are not pronouncing it as cupboard. Instead of that, we used to pronounce it as cupboard. Okay, so an elision is happening there. And the case of red apple, so the natives used to pronounce it as red apple. Okay, ripple, a is being omitted or avoided. Okay, it's also a case of elision then it is a vowel elision. So now let's move to the role of elision and assimilation in language. Why people are using the elision and assimilation in language situations. That is, it enhances the flow of language, especially the case of the natural speakers or the natives. What is happening is that elision and assimilation make their language more perfect. And social dynamics, these phonetic processes reflect the linguistic variances and social factors such as regional accents. As we know that that's like Malayalam, English has also a lot of regional varieties or dialects are there. That is, what is meant by dialect? That is, the regional variety of a particular language is known as a dialect. And here we know that in English, American English is there, British English is there, Australian English is there, and in the British English there are many more dialectical varieties varieties are there, like Cockney English is there, then Standard English is there, like etc. Then anyway, here uh, like Malayalam, English is also not at all pronounced in each and every dialectical variety with the same pace. And in some language variety, some words or some phonemes are being lagged or being lengthened, and some phonemes are shortened, like Thrissur Malayalam and Malappuram Malayalam or Palakkad Malayalam. Okay, that is, they used to stretch some phrases or some sounds, okay, like that. English has also that kind of variety. So anyway, that is elision and assimilation make this language variety or social dynamics possible. And identification, listeners able to comprehend fast speech relies on their familiarity with elision and assimilation patterns. Then we should know, that is, in order to understand the native English completely, or there is some difficulties are there for you in watching movies, because the news will be okay, the English news or BBC news will be okay, but by watching English movies, what will happen? We cannot follow the accent of those people. It is because these kinds of elision and assimilation. So we should know what are the cases of elision and assimilation in English, then only we can follow the native speech. Okay, these are the roles or the significance of elision and assimilation in a language. So both the elision and assimilation are very important to a language. That is, in Malayalam also we have a lot of elision and assimilation. That is, we used to say endapod instead of endapo either. That is endad. Okay, that is we are using elision there. Okay, so we are like natives, that is we are natives, that is why we have freedom to reduce or shorten the language, that is why we are doing it. And in the case of English, the natives or the English people have the right to do the same for their language, that is elision and assimilation. So we should have to study all these types of elision and assimilation, then only we can follow the native speech. Okay, then okay, I think you understood what's meant by elision and assimilation. So once again, I'm telling that elision is the omission and assimilation is that is the influence of the neighboring sounds. Okay, then prepare well for the classes and listen to the video very carefully and prepare notes and prepare well. Thank you. Bye-bye.